And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Passage of Agamar stream on Roleplay Network. We're going to be kicking off here momentarily. And so at this point, I'd like to turn it over to our resident Dungeon Master, Greg. Greg, why don't you go ahead and give the group an update and an introduction to tonight's adventure.
Thank you for joining us once again, everybody. We have only 3 people tonight, unfortunately, but should be more than enough for a little bit of fun adventuring. The players are of a mid-tier level, and their names and accomplishments have been spreading further and further. And the town of Nivea has been around for a little while, and various plots against it have been foiled. Various machinations have been foiled, largely due to the efforts of our 3 heroes that are here with us tonight. And recently, hanging out around the town, over the last couple of weeks, there have been whispered rumors that have become more and more pervasive. There's a royal envoy ship coming from the mainland, headed spotting towards Nivea, towards Agamar. Possibly on official royal business from the Emperor Perel himself. The only thing everybody can agree upon, with all these rumors flying around, is that somebody did absolutely see the blue and white coat of arms flying proudly on the masts of the oncoming vessel. Yesterday, an advance ship, sort of a smaller ship with a couple of messengers, was released from the royal envoy, and the messengers upon the ship called upon you 3 specifically. He tells you that the ship is bound to arrive the next day, early in the morning, and the official arm of the Emperor, as it were, the Viceroy, has specifically requested your presence immediately. I mean, they have some plans for Nivea, but they asked for you by name to speak to them in private.
'Cause they're awesome.
Yeah, well, who knows? It could be because you're awesome. No, it is. He has specifically, the messenger says he specifically requests your help in an interesting matter that if you prove your loyalty to the Emperor and the Empire, that this may be a way for you to start being greatly rewarded. For the Emperor is always kind to his allies and his friends. So, the ship docks the next morning, and as it docks, I sort of like to go around and ask people to describe their characters, and as they get to a high level, describe what they've been doing with their newfound fame, if anything. You're becoming more and more respected and seen as absolutely local heroes, and how does that affect your daily lives? We'll start out with our resident half-orc barbarian, hell of a man with a great axe, Hogork, played by Brian. Brian, how are you?
Doing great. So, Hogork is, he's been harkening back lately to his days of piracy and growing up as a member of a pirate crew, and his affinity for the seagoing lifestyle has been kind of coming back to him of late. And so, he's been having kind of thoughts and dreams about maybe returning to the sea in some fashion or another, or at least having something beyond his adventuring career related to, ships or seagoing vessels.
Sounds like there's a lot of potential down the line. This could be one of many, watery related episodes. Next up, we have the mightiest of fists, and the healer of the wounded, and the often wounded, Xanros the monk. Played by Mitch. Mitch, welcome.
Hey Greg. Hi everybody. So I'm playing Xanros the monk. He's a monk cleric. He is a half-elf. He's a far traveler. So he's been gathering many stories and ended up in Nivea working at the temple. So we'll see how this turns out, because part of the whole thing is I've just been asked to help out, so I have no idea why we would be here either.
Right. And last but not least, Glimmergaunt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Silas Demigod at your service, prodigal son of Nivea. I've basically been leveraging my newfound popularity into my business in Nivea. It's a fishery. And trying to drum up business there and make some more coin. I've also had a talk in the past with Hogork about teaming up for future pirate adventures, so there may be that to look forward to.
Of course, nothing illegal would be going on in there.
Well, we are
Play
both
piracy.
pirates in the past, as you know.
Just play pirate. Just hanging out with bandanas and styrofoam swords, I'm sure. Always following the letter of the law. Unfortunately, it's often misspelled. So, would you guys like to do anything before you head over to meet this Viceroy, this King's messenger, Emperor's messenger? Excuse me.
I'm good.
Shall I be the face?
You're pretty good as a face, yeah. I don't know if anybody else is particularly good in charisma skills.
Well, my stats not particularly high, but I do have expertise in persuasion, and I do have that perfume of bewitching.
You do have a what?
That perfume of bewitching, although I'm down to my last spritz.
That's fair enough. You can. I mean, he's already got a pretty good opinion of you, but it never hurts to have a little bit of an advantage. So, you can go over to the ship. And I'll bring up the map for it here.
Can I have...
There's-
So we knew this guy was on his way, right?
Yes, there were rumors flying around for a couple of weeks that a royal envoy was on its way, and although its purpose you didn't know necessarily what it was, the fact that there was a ship coming, everybody pretty much knew. It was an open secret.
Can I spend some coin to have had an envoy waiting when they got there with like some gifts and snacks and things?
Sure.
Courtesy of my fishery, of course.
Of course. Something to sample the local tastes of Nivea. You have proficiency with cooking tools, do you not?
I do.
Give me a some sort of wisdom skill throw with proficiency, with advantage, because you've had so long to prepare and plan for this. And we'll see what kind of quality of dish you can come up with.
How about perception? It's the only wisdom I have with proficiency.
That sounds good. You don't have expertise, do you?
No.
Okay, go ahead. And deal with advantage once again. Alright, we got the first rolls of the session, everybody, and they are below average, but still a +5. You have a, it's solid work. You've done, your best is perhaps yet to come, but you cook up a sort of a charcuterie, a variety of dishes, of fishes. Anything in particular you want to do there? Are you going to poison any of it?
No, this is to impress the Emperor. Make it look as appealing as possible.
there. So, I will share out the boat. Despite what the map looks like, it is docked. There are a couple of images of the ship, and it shows the above deck is the picture in the middle, and below decks are the one on the bottom. And you can travel both. I've just put you all on the top deck for the time being. Let me know when you have it up. Is the map broken again? That's stupid. Let me try...
It might just be taking a minute to load.
Share sheet. Okay. I hope so.
Man, not having that dragon is really screwing me up.
That bad, huh?
I managed.
I didn't realize it was so important to you.
So what
Oh,
dragon are
yeah.
we talking about, to be honest? Because I honestly don't know.
It was just in the top right corner of the chat menu. There was a little like flare.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I put a mod in to get rid of it because I have so many things open at once. It just helps with the real estate. But I can put it back for next time if you guys prefer.
I think it's just me, and there's no point putting it back for one person.
Not that important. Can you guys see the map?
Still loading.
All right. Oh, hold on. It's coming. Hold on. I see part of a boat.
Nice! It's gonna be like this all day, isn't it? I'll share them out earlier and then like describe it as it comes up. So like for 10 minutes. How's it looking for everyone else? It's not a huge map.
It still just says loading for me.
And my little button is gone.
What little button?
That one that just reappeared.
What?
Oh, the little arrow to move, navigate the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm making progress. The button came back, and it doesn't say loading anymore, but it's still gray.
Well, I mean, can you move the map around? I put the mask mode on like the top third of it, but the bottom toward our two deck.
I am totally loaded in now. I can see the ship.
Hey, Dream.
I wonder why I can't.
You gotta use the pointer to move around the gray area.
Yeah, it might be just pretty much masked out. If you go down a little bit right, you know, towards the middle of the image file, it's part of the you'll see the and you guys.
I can see our icons, I just can't see the map.
Really?
I just got an error.
Okay. Close it out. I'll reshare it out real quick. Finish.
That's fine. I'll just move my icon.
What's this sync client? I wonder.
I shall steer the
Ooh.
boat.
Look at that. Okay, hang on. I can preload image. That'll be useful later on. Brian, does that work like I think it does? Preload image. Hello? Anyone?
I'm here. I was just muted.
You've been abandoned.
I did preload on a thing. I'm gonna. Mitch, did you close out yours?
Nope. No, I did.
Okay.
Oh, I say that. I'm trying to close it out. There it goes.
I share again. Did you move your icon there, Mitch?
No, I did. I put him in the drink.
Okay. Ah! You threw him
Ah.
overboard.
I got another runtime error. Snapshot size does not match base size.
Sounds to me like this is Mitch's fault.
It does. You want to try reconnecting? I don't know.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, it's not. It's tough to do this without me. It's unfortunate. I don't know why. I can try moving. Or perhaps it's maybe it's me. I can. If you guys want to take it, I'll reboot my router, my system.
Oh, I'm gonna try joining real quick again.
Okay. If it doesn't work, that'll be my next step.
What happened to Brian? I'm gonna chuck him in the ocean now.
Quit forever. Do it. You'll have to make a hell of a strength check.
Oh no! He pulls a reverse and throws me in the water. Good thing I'm dexterous enough to climb back on the ship all by myself. But that wouldn't have been a save, that would have been a check. I guess the roll would have come out the same, but whatever.
What?
Trying to throw someone overboard, that would be a check, not a save.
That's true.
Can you share the map again, please?
Now we
now
can.
we can.
So you can't hear me right
Yeah,
We
we can
could.
hear you.
now? Okay. So I was saying that I can see the map. I'm good to go. I was asking if you wanted to just go ahead and press on.
Oh, now I can see the map, but I still got an error.
What?
So I still got an error, but I can see the map, so we're good.
Okay. Yeah, it should be fine with those errors. Great.
Thank
So everybody
you.
can see the map.
Yep.
Awesome. So you can see it's packed down with supplies. It'll look like it's a longer term stay. Not only are there those with a a lot of food materials for the long and extra as well, but there are construction materials and other things that make it seem like it's sort of going to permitted mixture here that you're not sure exactly what for. You can see a few sailors on board the ship, and they push past you. They don't really make eye contact as they carry things down the ramp and off the ship. It's very regimented as they go. And you are on the top deck now. You can see the stairs going up to the west. You can see a couple of basilisks up there and a couple of workers. Silas, you're up there now at at the wheel. I don't know if you put yourself there or if I accidentally put you there.
I put myself there. I'm steering the boat.
Awesome. Well, the anchor dropped, but you look fantastic as your hair whips in the breeze.
It was like when they left the little kids in the cockpit of the planes, you know? It's like
Perfect. Yeah. There's all sorts of confusing buttons on there for some reason too. Even though this is like medieval times, there's still like a bunch of buttons. None of which say weigh anchor or whatever it's called. Anchors away. Stuff in the cage as well, but it just looks like more supplies. You can also see a couple of squares to the right of Silas. A guard. And there's a door right behind him. And it appears to, well, you don't know exactly what it leads to, but he's guarding the door. And then there's a staircase at the bottom that leads deeper down in the ship.
It leads to the Emperor's where?
Well, the Emperor's not here. This is his Viceroy. This is his messenger.
Oh.
But he carries the authority, some authority of the Emperor, although he can't just, like, take over the town and whatever. But he's a representative.
He has the Imperial seal.
Yeah. He's all official and shit. Perfect. That is a great idea for music. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm steering the boat. Wait, so we came on here,
Talk to the Viceroy, because he specifically requested to see you.
Oh, well then. I jumped down over the railing there. Guard!
The guard almost, the guard reacts and throws his arms up, but you land lightly in front of him.
The Viceroy asked to see us.
You are the group? You are the group of adventurers, yes?
The group? Or, does this guy speak in English?
Oui?
We must see the Viceroy.
I can understand you perfectly well. The Viceroy is downstairs.
Ah, thank you.
He rolls his eyes a little bit. Crosses his arms as he leans back against the doorway.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
It's all good. Maybe I'll tone down the accent.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so let me just drag you down to... Whoops, sorry, you're not in the water there. I just don't have enough room to push you down to the lower deck there. Hang on a second, I'm just going to put you guys exactly where you appear.
Woohoo, in the water.
Exactly. And as you go downstairs, the room right in front of you is wide open. You see a dining table with several quite comfortable looking chairs that's laid out with a meal with some exotic grapes and fruits from the mainland, far enough into the mainland that a couple of you, Silas, you haven't encountered it really before, because you
I'm a child
you
of
were born and
Libya.
raised here. Yeah. Well, you may have encountered it on some of your parroting adventures, but then you weren't a grog really, so maybe you didn't get a chance to taste some of the finer things that he's laid out on the table here. But it does look like he also was wanting to put on a good first impression, and he waves at you all, and he says, welcome, come in, please, come in.
You talking about in here?
Yes.
I take a seat at the table, after first bowing most eloquently.
He bows back at you with a great flourish, and he has to put his hand up for a second to steady his hat. Well, he's not wearing a hat as a token, whatever, but he still says that. He says, thank you very much for answering my call. I have heard much about you, and you have done the Emperor and his subjects very proud. This is why I wished to talk to you in advance and tell you, make sure you the first to know about the plans that we have for this continent.
Excellent.
Wait. His Excellency has taken quite an interest in the goings-on of Nivea, especially since so many strange things have been happening, and where the town is saved, you all seem to be in the center of it all. I have heard many amazing stories about your swordsmanship, Silas. Hogok, your skin must be tougher than the steel of our armor. And Zanros, there are big things, I believe, in store for you as well. Now, this town is important enough that we will set up a permanent embassy in town here to give the Emperor a more official presence. In addition, we wish to scout the nearby areas for appropriate places to build another new settlement. We have some ideas of some appropriate places, and if you wish to assist with us, you will be given some say in matters regarding this new settlement, should you wish to. The abilities of the Emperor to reward those loyal to him are very great, and if you wish to begin here, this would be a great opportunity for you to do so. Whatever it is you desire, the Emperor has the means to make those things happen.
I desire to earn a seat at the embassy.
The embassy will need some representatives from the town of Nivea. I understand you were born and raised here, so you would be a perfect candidate.
Born, raised here, and I own a profitable business. Not to mention my many connections amongst the townspeople.
I do look forward to sampling the tastes of Nivea. I understand you have a very unique culture here. And also tonight, I will stay in the comfort of the food from my homeland. I look forward to trying all sorts of new things. And he says, if you brought me something, it looks like you have a tray of assorted fishes.
Indeed, I have prepared some local delicacies just for your eminence.
Ah, excellent. Merci beaucoup. He calls over a servant who brings out some extra plates to hold the food and sort of arranges it on the free space in the table. And you eat for a little while and sort of discuss matters. There's surveyor that he wants to push out with you, who will be able to take various measurements and make sure that the area that they seek is sort of appropriate for what you all are trying to do. His name is Caius Titulus. Let me change the layer that I'm on. There we go. So he's gonna enter the room here. Whoops, hang on, I got a text message from work, everybody, bear with me. Anyway, he's a tiny little gnome. I couldn't really get a tiny little wizened gnome token. I don't know if you have one, Brian, but I did my best. Despite the token, he is completely bald, and he's got the most hair that he has is coming out of his ears, and it's almost a foot long. The hair is coming out of his ears, and he's got big old spectacles on him that come out, about an inch of glass. So, just about blind as he stumbles into the room, and he says, "It's very nice to meet you all." And he's sort of anxious to get back to his studies, as you can see. And he says, the Emperor has requested that I accompany you on this survey, and I would appreciate it if you would be my bodyguards. There is, the Viceroy will reward you well.
Hogor's gonna ask if he objects to being carried in a sack.
Certainly not.
Certainly
I'm an
not.
official ambassador of the Emperor. He does object.
Okay.
I am a important servant of the Emperor, and one of the greatest cartographers, and I resent the implication that I would be willing to be carried around in a sack such as that.
It's for your own protection. What did you say your name was? Liability? I mean, Callius?
Returns to the Viceroy and says, "Do I have to work with these imbeciles?" And the Viceroy says, "You must try to work together." But, Ogok, you must understand that just because he is a gnome does not mean he wishes to be carried in a sack. Although it is for his own protection, I believe that he would be alright.
It was meant as an honor. So, Hogor is
giggles at
lacking
that.
some of the social graces, as you may imagine, right? But he was offering this as like a benefit, like you don't have to walk, basically.
Hogor doesn't offer just anybody the bag ride, man.
Yeah, no, it's a privilege.
I've been trying to get him to give me a bag ride for like 6 months. He won't do it.
You're not his type.
Perhaps you are more used to degrading situations, but I would not like to be carried in a bag such as that. I rely on my own 2 feet, thank you. And he turns around and stalks back up to his room and bangs against the door frame, and falls on his ass, and picks himself up and haughtily walks out again.
See, that wouldn't happen in the sack.
Viceroy says, "I do apologize about him. You may need to be a bit careful. As you can see, he can be very willful."
What race is the Viceroy?
He's human. Human,
Go
did you
ahead.
see that? Sorry, did you hear that? He's human.
Yeah, I did. I was gonna excuse myself from the room for a moment.
So, do we
Sure.
know how long we're going to be at sea?
No, you do not be at sea. You can follow the coast. The area that we wish to survey is about 10 miles south of here. And we were hoping that you would make the trip. You would not be on our ship. You would be on foot. We must, we have much work to do unloading the ship. He's switching between sort of a German and a French accent, but you don't really notice.
Okay, so Hogork is going to look at the Viceroy and he's going to say, I'm better use on deck. I will head back up and scout for this land mass you're looking for. And
Thank
he's
you.
going to just make his way back up on deck.
Well, this is just a convenient place to have this meeting. The ship itself won't be taking you to the area. You'll go on foot. So you'll disembark and walk along the what's called the Coast of Good Hope, and look for this place.
I'm gonna do a thing when I have an opportunity.
What do you mean a thing?
I'm gonna knock lightly on. Can you type his name into chat so we can see it?
Gaius Titulus.
Diggest.
Caius Titulus.
Okay, so I'm gonna knock quietly on Caius's door.
And he comes over and he opens the door and he says, "Yes."
Your Grace, I must stop by here and apologize for my companion. I promise you I will do everything I can to make our journey a pleasant one. Are there any special arrangements that you'd like me to make?
I do appreciate it. I can manage quite well enough on my own, although I just don't like to be degraded.
Very
I
good.
like to be respected, but I appreciate the follow-up. Good graces are always appreciated by his excellency.
I will endeavor to stay between the two of you.
He nods at you and spins on his heel in a dramatic fashion, falling over again and scrambling back over to his work desk.
I snicker a little, but try to hide it.
He didn't hear you. He's already muttering to himself about ankles.
Well, what then is our immediate destination, and we shall be on our way.
He says, Caius Titulus will have the maps to the sites that we surveyed less than a week ago. And I would appreciate you following his lead.
All right, let's go get it.
Alright,
And I bow my way out. Bow.
that was at you as well. So that's good. So, off you go. And Caius follows you. And says, "Are we ready to leave then?"
Let's be on our way, sir.
Very good. And great. You start on your way. You start heading south along the what's called the Coast of Good Hope. Caius is leading you, and sometimes he gets distracted by the map that he holds up in front of his face pretty much the entire time. And you continue on and arrive at a bridge, the map of which I'm about to share with you. And I preloaded it, so we'll see how this works. I think I preloaded it anyway. Let's see if you guys can see that.
This map is bigger.
Yeah, it's really pretty, isn't it?
I'll tell you when it loads.
Ah. I hit preload. I don't know if it did any good though.
Yeah, mine still says loading.
That's too bad.
This map is enormous. It loaded. Do, 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 do.
What?
It loaded.
Sweet. Can everybody else see it?
I don't see Kaya.
Oh, true enough. I gotta add his token. Guys, turtle us. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, I see it.
Maps up. Mitch. Mitchy.
Sorry. No. I'm still not. I see the icons, but I don't see the map. But I can see them on the stream.
Yeah, it's up for me.
Yeah, let's go forward. I should be able to work with this.
Okay. Hopefully it comes up with you for you eventually. But in the middle of the bridge there, you see 3 giant toads, and with a roar, you see a couple of marrows rise up from the sea beneath you. So everybody roll initiative. Things along.
That's a bit much.
I like the token for the toad especially. It's pretty sweet.
That is a pretty nice looking one.
I'll just throw Kai's Tiddless in there too. But he's friendly. Is he rolling it? Yeah, he sucked too. Alright. Oh, Gork. You roll the best. You are up, my friend. Hopefully you can move around and be awesome. Monsieur Ogok. Ah, good. It's a hit, and your great axe carves a big chunk out of its slimy flesh, and it makes that sound. Do frogs scream? Toads scream? Probably. I believe you're level 5.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, my audio was just not playing nice for a second there.
Oh.
So that was actually a javelin attack. Just so because I can't make it all the way to him from where I was. So I moved.
Oh, I thought it was 25 feet somehow.
I moved my speed and I threw a javelin. And then I do have a second attack. So I imagine I could use my second javelin. But that's what I'll do.
Yeah. And another hit. He's a big target and he doesn't move very quickly, so it's pretty easy. And the javelin sticks out of his flesh. The second javelin sticks out of his flesh at different angles, and he rides in pain, and you can see them work their way in deeper. Giant Toad 2 comes over to you. And let me check something here. You can move 5, 10. He's going to... He can't do anything yet, so he's going to jump 20 feet down below the bridge there, and that's where he will stay. Salas, you're up.
Okay, hang on. Okay, and then I stab him. So I'm gonna run up to Giant Toad 1, give him a good stab with the old +1 rapier.
Stabby, stabby. Ooh, and it's a hit.
And I am all by my onesies, so I get that
Alright.
sneak attack damage.
Woot.
Oof, that's a hell of a hit. It drives into his flesh, and you can feel it scrape against the bone. Or wait, do they have bones? Yes, they have bones. You can feel it scrape against the bones as he squeals in pain.
I'm actually supported by a series of fluid-filled bladders. No, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, so I can just get back from the sky a little
Awesome.
bit.
Your feature gives you the free disengage, so no need for any opportunity attacks.
Alright, 1 second.
Xanros, it's your turn, sir.
We're going to move up to attack Toad 2 with my staff.
Punchy punch. Oh, staff. Staffy staff.
Correct. And then
Ooh,
I'll
he's
use...
not looking good. There's a mark on his skull right where your staff nailed him. And He staggers a little bit, but he's still up.
I'm going to use my unarmed attack.
Another hit.
Not as much
More
damage.
damage on him.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. All right. So he has a swim speed. He's actually going to stay in the water. He's gonna. Whoops, that's not who I wanted to target at all. Targeting Xandros. There we go. All right. So.
Not the spear.
Yep. Okay, he's gonna harpoon you. But you nimbly dodge out of the way at the last second, and it flies harmlessly over your head.
Sweet. I have a quick
Gaius
question
Titulus
about
is just
that.
sort of mumbling to himself about something, and whoops, and expands. And
Quick
he's
question.
gonna wander off this way, sort of into the trees, like examining the trees.
Hey Greg, quick question.
Yes.
Would the Murrow technically get disadvantage? Because didn't the toad jump down 20 feet? Just wondering. Do
No,
they
it's
get...
still within range of the harpoon.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was a visible factor, because them being 20 feet down.
No, they can see you at the top of the bridge. It's only like 20 feet up. The angle's fine.
Okay.
All right, so
Nice
he's
try.
what?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, so he's going to attempt to swallow you. So he's going to make a bite attack, and he's going to crit the hell out of it, and then hamstring the target. You're restrained for 1 round. You're already really restrained, and you are swallowed.
So he
Or,
critted.
excuse
does
me,
that
hang
mean
on.
He like swallowed him whole.
Yes. One bite. The attack hits the target is swallowed. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So you are restrained. Don't know where to put that effect on you. Effect. Add. Where are the effects? Not 100% sure. Maybe I didn't load them up. Okay. Well, you are restrained, and that is the end of Giant Toad 1's turn. Or Giant Toad 2. Giant Toad 3 is going to move closer as well and jump down onto the other. Marrow 2 is going to double check something here. It's going to move over here and then can move onto land 5 feet. And actually, he's going to dash on land to get closer. And so watch this, guys. All right. That's the end of his turn.
Slow down there, man.
Yeah. we wrap around to the beginning, and Hogork, it's your turn again, sir.
Sure. So seeing Xanros get basically, swallowed more or less, Hogork's gonna.
Well, I can only swallow on the next turn,
Yeah,
but he is restrained.
Yeah. So Hogork's gonna rage.
Good time for it.
You don't want to see Hogwarts when he angry.
So true.
Dead Toad!
How far down is it to the lower level?
It's a jump of, let me see. I mean, if you have 10 feet of movement, you can probably get down there. I mean, I don't think that a fall of 20 feet or 15 feet, I guess, because it's not at the peak of the bridge, would cost you any movement. I say you can go there. What about the rest of the class? Streamers, do you think it can get there? I think it can get there. Another hit. It's not difficult to hit these guys, but it's difficult to avoid their attacks. They hit hard, but so do you. And Giant Toad 1. This guy actually is hit by your great axe and hurt quite badly, and so he's going to target you as you are right there in front of him, and he's going to do a bite.
Crunch.
For some reason, he had advantage.
Yeah, he had advantage because
still...
I used my reckless attack.
Oh, true. Okay, so he missed anyway. He bites a particularly tough part of Hogork's pockmarked orcish skin and scrapes off of it harmlessly. Dallas, you're up.
I'm gonna keep on juking. Move on up there. 4 spaces. Give him the old rapier. And now.
Ooh, that's a good hit. We haven't been describing things, so Salas, why don't you describe that kill for the giant toad?
The giant toad, fresh off his failed attempt to bite Hogwarts there, is looking a little depressed, and I just run up while he's got his head down and run my rapier straight down between his eyes.
Whew. And he collapses with a the sound that toads make when you step on them.
And I'll take a couple steps back before ending my turn.
Very nice. Jean Roche. I'll say there. You're up.
Alright. I'm going
I did
to...
apply the restrained effect to Xanros last turn, because you asked.
Okay.
But he's not restrained anymore because I killed the toad that he was restrained by.
True. So, there you go.
Before he had disadvantage and we wondered where it came from.
You should be okay now, though. Unless you want to heal yourself or something.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take the time to heal myself. See here real quick. I'm going to use one of my charges from my staff. What is it? Cure wounds, I think. Yeah. a second here. There we go. So I got 11 health back.
Nice.
And on that note, I will move down. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move right about there. Sorry, it's taking me a second, but. And on that note, I will end my turn.
All right, Arrow 1 is going to swim 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Dash out of the water, and he's going to end up there. That's where he'll end his turn. Caius Titulith starts mumbling about how he's always wanted to try some of the native fish, and he starts walking over to the coast, and the Marrows sort of spot him. He looks like he's not even aware that they're there. Giant Toad 2 is dead. Giant Toad 3 is not dead. He hops up to the top here with a standing jump and moves 15 more feet, and that's where he will end his turn. And finally, Marrow 2 is going to... Oh, he's already targeting Hogork. That's perfect. And he's going to attack with his harpoon. And he's going to crit. And the harpoon hits Hogork, and some blood sprays up into his eyes, temporarily blinding him. And the harpoon sticks in him. Give me I'm going to make a strength check, and Hogork, if you would make a straight up strength check as well, we will see what happens here. Just a strength check, not a strength save. And he tries to pull you forward with the harpoon, but you steady yourself, and with all your strength, your the harpoon pulls itself out of your skin and rockets back towards the marrow, and you avoid being pulled back, but you still take some damage. Some damage, partially resisted. It's a hell of a thing. How will you respond to that, Hogork?
So the harpoon is stuck in me, yes?
No, the harpoon was pulled out. So you can move freely.
Okay, so Hogork's gonna just charge.
Nice. Ooh, crit! Another crit. Critting all over the place here. You don't even have to use reckless attack. You get advantage on everything. Heavy damage, and he's bleeding from several places. Green blood seeping from multiple wounds, but he is still barely up.
So Hogork's gonna look at him and he's gonna say, "You made a mistake." As he looks at the wound in his chest, and he just swings twice recklessly at the marrow, carving him to small bits.
Nice. Silas Glimmergaunt.
I see this giant toad coming at our flank, so I will work my way towards it. And I give it a good stab with my rapier.
And a fumble. Your spell backlash. Okay, well I'm gonna say nothing happens because it's not a spell.
It says if the attack was not a spell, then instead of this effect, attacks against you are at advantage until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure to give him advantage.
And I'm going
You
to
can
use
still
my bonus.
run.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash back to,
Okay.
let's say here.
Xanros and Hogark are just doubled over laughing.
So
Xanros is up.
I try to take a slash at it, and I miss, and I did it so hard that the sword came back and whacked me in the face.
Nice.
So as Zenro sees the harpoon pulled from Hogork, he runs forward and manages to get just over to the enemy. Is that far enough over for advantage?
Yes. With large or bigger creatures, it's easier to get advantage.
I'm gonna swing my staff.
Swing it. It's a hit.
And I'm gonna use my unarmed attack.
Nailed it. Oh, and he's dead. He's down. He crumples in a heap as your fist smacks into him in a sickening bone crunching sound as he collapses to the ground. Pharaoh 1 is going to move here. Actually, yeah. He's going to target Hogork. And he's going to make some attacks. He's going to make a bite attack. Quadruple damage. Was that, what did you say, bring it?
Mm-hmm.
So
So basically I take 12.
Yeah, you take 12. I guess you were prepared for that. Well, 2 with the claws. That's another hit. Bunch of slashing damage. 1 more with the claws. And that's a miss. But you're almost bleeding. Caius Titulus finishes going over there and has taken off his shoes and is wading around happily in the waters, ignoring the carnage behind him. Giant Toad 3 is going to hop down a few feet and target you, Hogork, and he's going to attempt to bite you. And he hits. Partially resisted.
Yeah, I'm resistant to just about everything, man.
Yeah. With it's poison damage, and you pretty much everything is resisted. Yeah, you have the token subclass.
Bear totem.
So you are, yep.
Yeah.
So you are grappled, and restrained. Pharaoh 2's dead. Hogork, it is a DC 13 to escape the grapple. strength, 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 strength,
What was going on?
That was fantastic.
The audio messed
Sorry.
up, I guess.
It's a strength check, or sorry, athletics.
No, just strength save. And you break free of it. Its toad-like arms, because he's a toad, are no match for you. So you can go ahead.
Is there anything else I can do besides break free this turn?
Oh, no, I think you can attack just fine. You're free, so you can do what you want. It was a saving throw. I don't think doing a saving throw take an action? Maybe. Yeah, escape DC 13, so that was an action, so you can try to move if you want. But beyond that, no.
Can I take my extra attack?
No, because you would still have to take an attack action.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to lose my rage too. So if I can't attack this round, well, I did. Did I take damage? I took damage.
Did take damage.
I think I have to actually attack though.
You have a bonus action?
What do you? Is this a thing for rage? Oh, okay. No, if you have neither attacked a hostile creature since your last turn nor taken damage since then. So you took damage from the toad before your last turn, so you're still raging.
And if you take damage this turn, you'll still keep rage, so.
Right.
Right. But all I can do is move then? I mean, I'm going to take opportunity attacks,
Right.
yes? Why would
Well, I mean, you don't have to move.
Okay.
And if you did, yeah, you would.
Okay. I mean, if I can't do anything, I can't do anything, so I'll pass turn.
Okay. Salas, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide up next to this toad here. Real sneaky like. And stab him in the side.
You should get advantage for that, but it's still a hit.
But it could be a crit.
It could be a crit. It's not, but it's a
Okay.
No, it's still pretty sweet.
So I am alone, and Hogwark is distracting him, so I get my crit damage. Ah, that was bad.
Uh-oh. Not too great, but he is still wounded.
Well,
What a nice
since
little flash.
since I only move 4 squares, I'm actually going to use my bonus attack this round,
Ooh.
and then I'll take 3 steps back.
1 step forward and 3 steps back. Xanros!
A swing.
It's a
I'm
hit.
actually going to use a Kai point as well.
Ooh. To do 2 attacks, or?
Yep.
Ugh. Damn. Automatic miss. Try again. Try again.
Sweet.
It's a hit.
So if this doesn't kill him, I want to knock him prone.
Yeah. 6 damage.
I shall pass my turn.
Are you gonna knock him prone?
Yeah.
Oh, he gets knocked prone if you do that?
Yeah, go with a Kai point because I can redistribute the energy to do one of 3 different things for my
Okay,
flurry
word.
of blows. I think he has to do a consultation save. Let me double check. It must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be knocked
Okay.
down. My apologies.
Which one is this? The giant toad?
Yes.
He doesn't look very dexterous.
He doesn't, but let's see.
That's what I'm hoping for. He is a frog, though.
He's not so bad.
Frogs can climb walls.
Oh, dexterity check. He didn't pass regardless.
All right. And that ended my turn.
So he is
Prone side.
prone. Yeah. So number 1 is going to attack Hogork again. One with his bite. Is he attacking? Yes, and he's gonna miss that one. I thought you were using your reckless attack. Oh well. 2 with your claws. There's 1 hit. There's 2 hits. And that's the end of Caiustidulus is peeing in the water.
I didn't do any attacks last round, which is why you didn't have advantage.
Oh, okay. Giant Toad 3 is
Prone.
prone, yes. So he's going to use half of his movement speed to get up. One second here.
Not gonna lie, I try and take the attention away from Hogork.
Yeah, he is going to target you.
My goal in life is to
Xanros.
stab people while they're not paying attention.
With a bite. Yeah,
Oh.
right. And he's gonna hit. And that's quite a little bit of damage. And you are grappled. And you are restrained. Hogork.
Okay, so Hogork is going to focus on the toad, even though the marrow is doing more damage to him. He is going to reckless attack this time.
All right.
Thank you, Hogork.
Zadros is now freed. He's gonna hit and wound the marrow, the last man standing, as it were.
Yeah, so he makes one attack, pivots, turns, and takes a swing at the marrow, inflicting some damage with the back.
Surprised you haven't used your great weapon fighting. Ready?
So he gets an extra bonus action attack when he kills an enemy. So I'm going to say that first attack was the bonus action attack on the marrow, and then he's going to make another attack on that marrow.
Okay. Go for it. Oh, and it's a crit! What a time for a crit! Triple damage dice! Wow, so that's an extra 11, so that's 39 damage.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
So.
Go ahead and describe this kill.
Okay. So he takes the first swing, and then, as part of his great weapon training, he uses his backswing to make a bonus attack against that marrow, and then. As he brings his axe back up, he just lines it up and basically brings it down straight across and ultimately cutting the marrow in half, separating the tail from the rest of the body as
Oh,
the
wow.
front of the body just flops along the ground as it convulses until it comes to a stop.
That's pretty crazy. Gaius Titulus returns and says, thanks for allowing me thanks for humoring me as I went off to relieve myself. Shall we continue? He shows no indication of realizing what happened.
We are at your leisure, Caius. Lead ahead.
Alright.
He kind
You
of
can
steps
continue
between Hogwark
on.
and Caius.
I'm going to... I put some stuff in the party sheet. The Marrows had on their persons some precious gems that just happened to be easily divisible by 3.
That's convenient.
With the world of Nivea, as you can tell, is all about convenience. Great. So onward you continue, and the sun is setting as it's starting to set as you finally arrive at the main site, which I believe is this one. Oh no, it's actually number 1. Alright, I am sharing out the sheet. Gonna put you idiots back on the map. Put
Hey, we're
Gaius
smart.
Titulus back on the map. Huh?
So we're smart.
Sure. Totally.
Hey, what's this otter-looking thing down here?
That's a dead person.
Oh,
Or
I'll-
something dead, at
I'll
least.
stop touching it then.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get infected, dude. Ugh, even my interface is being a little icky. Let me know when you guys can see the map.
Oh, I'm all loaded. This one came
Good
right up
stuff.
for me.
Sweet. I think the preload is a good idea. Ogork. So that's well, you can be maybe all of you can be coming from there or something. I shrunk the hell out of Silas.
Why are you bringing the dead guy
General.
with us?
And Caius. I was just trying to put him to the sort of center of it. So, yeah, this is quite a pretty coastal area, and you can see, you can't see it on the map, but towards the south there's a small passage for ships to get to that looks like it's easily protected. Caius Titulus immediately takes out some of his surveying tools and starts setting things up, maybe over here. Just trying to get a layout and a map of the general area and take some measurements. And he starts getting lost in his work. There isn't too much around. The rustling of leaves and the salty smell of sea air are the main things that you sense. Although there is something laying in the sand, exposed to the elements, and yeah, just laying on the sand there.
you see that? We should go check it out, Xandros.
You guys check it out. I'll stay here with Kaya.
He starts, explaining things to you. It's like the foundation must be quite level amongst this whole place. And the fact that there are plants growing so close to the water suggests some quite nice fertile soil that we can make use of. Sort of babbling
voice
to you.
is just brutal, man.
So Hogork,
Yeah.
what were you doing?
I'm checking out whatever this is, this body.
Okay. You can go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I'm gonna move with. Sorry, I'm having some issues with the map still.
I'm not exactly the investigator.
Not exactly. What you can see, it is a rotting corpse, and the skin on it though is blue, and you can see lots of wounds on its chest. Xandros, you can see a little bit more than that, and you notice his rags that are torn, soaked with blood. There appear to be deep gashes across his chest and neck, and 3 gaping wounds in his back, equidistant from each other. Chunks of his shoulder and thighs have been ripped off, and swarms of sandflies survey the exposed flesh. The creature has a lean, wiry frame, and you notice at first what you at first thought were more wounds on his neck. 3 wounds on his neck are actually gills. Xandros, you may recognize this as a sea elf, and you're not exactly sure how he got on the land here. They do come up sometimes, but clearly he was attacked and left for dead. And as you examine it, you hear a screeching sound from the trees above. As some griffins jump down from the cliffs north of you. And everybody roll initiative again. Their beaks stained with the blood of the corpse. If you guys wanted to do any healing, by the way, like on your way over here, you could. We can do any healing that you want before we roll initiative. This is another relatively
Can I
difficult
keep
encounter.
that 24 that I rolled?
Yes. But we can say, like, you can do some healing if you want beforehand.
I'm all good. You guys need help.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind doing some healing for me and Hogork.
We can even say you took a short rest.
Yeah, totally need some heals.
He
So,
needs
go
some
ahead.
help.
So, sorry to shim this in at this point, but if you want to roll some hit dice before we start this off, and you can.
Well, that was
I'm
awesome.
not sure how your initiative didn't get in there. I can manually do it.
My initiative is in there. Or are you talking about someone else?
Oh no, it just updated.
No, I just did mine, sorry. I was doing some heals.
No, it wasn't
I
just
did
you.
mine as well.
Oh,
It was updated on my end.
oh, I mistook the investigation for initiative.
Aha!
Aha.
And I'm actually
Hogork,
gonna use...
you are light on your feet today. Sandras, you are all, look at you, 19, 20, and whatever Silas rolled, 17.
Oh.
Not the natural rolls.
So I just used
Very
another
nice.
charge for my staff, just to give you a head up.
Sounds good.
Alright, I'm
Silas,
ready.
You're first, Silas.
Okay.
So you see these griffins squirrel down right in the midst of this totally engaging conversation with Caius Titulus.
Now, are they airborne? Are they in the air right now?
They have jumped down, landing on the ground heavily, screeching, and you notice that their beaks are covered in blood.
Now, I know that we've gone over this before, but for some reason it's the most confusing thing in the world to me. If I drop a weapon to draw a weapon, does that cost an action? What does that cost me?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't cost anything to drop a weapon and then draw a weapon.
Okay.
It takes an action to pick up a weapon and wield it.
I drop my offhanded rapier and draw my dagger of venom, and I use my action to envenomate it. I move a couple steps forward so I can see them, and then I use my bonus action to attack Griffin 1 by throwing the dagger at him.
Oh, that's a great idea. Ooh, and what a hit!
And
It spirals around quickly and lands directly in his wing. He screams in pain.
Okay, so he has to do a DC 15 con save.
Why would you have sneak
to
attack?
fight off the poison. Because there's no one near me. There's no creatures within 5 feet of me.
No, it says if no creature other than your target. That's weird wording, actually. I say you get your sneak attack.
Okay, so it's a D15 con save for the poison.
Alright, he's going to make a saving throw then. Which Griffin are you attacking? Griffin 1?
Griffin 1.
Constitution?
Yeah, and here's my damage.
Alright, I don't think he passes.
Okay, so he gets 2d10 poison damage. Let's see, that's 6, 8, 10. There we go. And he is poisoned for 1 minute.
Nice. Brian, what are the effects so I can drag and drop them on?
Upper right, the little Walking Dead looking guy.
Nice, thank you. Well, that's perfect. So, Griffin 1 is poisoned. Fantastic.
And it's
What an idea.
for 1 minute.
Pretty much, probably the whole rest of the round. Xanros,
Alright.
can you come up with a better idea?
I want to get close to it. I'm going to use
You can
Sacred
always use a
Flame.
key point to disengage as a bonus action and then run.
That's true. I'll do that to begin with. I'll swing with my staff.
And remember, you recovered all of them, so you can use it a lot. And that's a hit.
And I'll use a key point to disengage. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I should be able to actually move back where I was with enough space.
Yep.
Good. And then that will end my turn.
Sweet. Hogork.
Rage time.
Rage time. Do you have a catchphrase that you say when you're raging?
He says, "Not again."
He doesn't like raging.
Man,
Ooh,
you need that fighter feature that gives you crits on 19s. You get a lot of them.
true enough.
Yeah.
Eventually it goes down to 18. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, the
Called
Griffin.
it prove critical.
Nice.
And that's going to end his turn as he rushes in and makes a couple of great axe attacks.
Nice. So Griffin 3 is going to run up and target you. And he's going to attack once with its beak. And he's going to crit.
Damn, son!
And you are frightened, sir. Here's some damage. And here's another attack. And there's another crit. And you are fucking
Fixed.
double frightened.
It's fixed. Game is
You are
rigged.
Shenanigans.
terrified. Terrified of this Griffin.
Shenanigans.
There's a ton more damage. And one more attack with its claws. And that one is a miss. So it's totally not rigged. And this he's going to fly up 20 feet into the air. Now, I don't know actually, Brian, I think you might be able to take an opportunity attack for that.
I think so.
Should you choose? I think he chooses.
I was gonna say, he declines.
100% choose.
That's, man, yeah, that would be like 3 crits in a row for you, fighter.
Yeah.
As his wings beat down to the ground, you time your swing of your axe so you hit the wing with a good strike just before it gets out of distance. And he screams in pain, but he is still able to regain his stability and fly further up into the air. That is his turn. Griffin 4 is going to, let's see, start moving over to Silas. He's going to dash to get closer. And he's
Actually,
going to land
Sorry,
on the
I don't mean
outcropping of rock.
to retcon at this point, but I was
Alright.
frightened. Might not have been able to take that attack. Because I would have had to flee, right?
Yeah, but it's not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's
cool.
on.
Oh,
It's
good.
on your turn. I think you'll be okay.
Alright.
I'll keep it there. Let me also put the effect on you. All right, so he's going to end his turn there, screaming at you. And Griffin 1 is going to... Well, he's poisoned, but he's going to attack Hogork. With his beak, and he's going to miss, and one with his claws. Gosh, I love that spin. And that's a hit. That's 4 damage. And then a miss. See what happens when you don't have advantage. He's clearly weakened, and he's doing whatever the Griffin equivalent of vomit is. Griffin 2 is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to have to dash to get to Xanros, but he's actually going to fly up into the air next to Xanros. So he is out of reach of your fists, and he's going to end his turn there. Caecilius is still doing his thing, and He's looking closely at this sort of outcropping of rocks. Silas, you're up again.
Okay. I reach into my pack and pull out the horn of the Archdruid of Agamar and give it a toot. Boop!
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm totally prepared for this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Click this, click this. Alright, how about that? Can we... No, I'd rather have...
Let me give you a 1d4 here. 3!
Okay, so... what appears are 2 aurochs and a giant constrictor snake. That are friendly. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure how to put them under your command. They are there.
You can command them.
Well, I do want to have them be under your command, and I'll ask you what you want to do, at least. So
Okay.
is that your action? You gonna do anything else?
Yeah, am I engaged with this bird?
It's 5 feet away from you. I'd say yes.
Okay, so I'll take the disengage action and just move back.
All right.
Kind of stand in the water right there. Do they have their own initiative?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done. Turns over.
They rolled really shitty initiative, by the way. Generous, you're up. Well, heck. Oh, okay. Ooh, guiding bolt. Good choice. Oh, and the streaks of radiant energy slam into the griffin, and it flies back, and a bunch of feathers fly off of it for your collection. And it screams in pain.
After throwing this guiding bolt, I decide I'm going to move back closer to the giant constrictor snake. Right there, I believe. Yes. And on that note, that will end my turn.
Sweet. Hogork, you're up.
Alright, so I'm afraid of both of these guys, yeah?
Yes.
Alright,
Or at least
I'm
Griffin
gonna
1.
run, but I'm gonna run right up on Griffin 4 and attack him, because I'm not afraid of him.
Well, hang on. Because I think you have to spend your whole action getting as far away as possible, don't you?
I thought it was your whole move speed. Or is it a dash action?
He's right in my path. Definitely not gonna run into the snake.
Oh, okay. So disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the creature's in a line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So yeah, you can move up there and attack him, but you wouldn't have your advantage.
But if I use reckless attack, it would nullify the disadvantage.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was saying, you wouldn't have your advantage from reckless attack should you choose to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and do.
So
that
you
then.
may, I don't know if you want to click disadvantage just to make sure.
If I'm frightened, it should apply because you've got the
It should apply. Let's see.
condition. Let's see what happens.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Nice, and a hit anyway, and a 10. That great axe damage dice. 2 hits in a row. 11 more damage.
All
Nicely done.
He is not looking very happy right now. Griffin 3 is going to fly over to you and attack. 1 with beak. It is a hit. 2 with claws. Another crit. And a 20. The Griffin
So
gains
you
a
got
level.
loaded dice over there tonight or something.
Totally. $17 damage. Did I? Nope. 1 more attack. And it's a miss. That third attack always misses. Griffin 4 is going to attack the giant constrictor snake. 1 with its beak. And another crit! Look at these loaded dice. Look at these dice. He is prone.
I am telling you, shenanigans.
The constrictor
I
snake
think
is
he's got the
prone.
hacks on tonight.
Totally. Damage. Lots of damage. Claws. Another crit. Jesus Christ. Can you guys imagine if my wizard would roll like this?
No.
Paralyzed. Paralysis to the giant constrictor snake. Damage. Heavy damage. 1 more attack with claws. Another hit. More damage. Giant constrictor snake is still up somehow. Here comes the Auroch. What do you want him to do? Now he's got a charge effect, so if he moves at least 20 feet straight towards the target, he can knock him prone. So he's thinking about... I can't... Oh, okay, that was only 20 feet. He might be able to back it up. Let's see. Yeah, 50 feet. So left to his own devices, the Auroch is going to back up a little bit and then charge Griffin 4. How do you guys feel about that? Do you want to give him any different...
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool. So he's going to back up, and then he's going to charge Griffin 4. If the Auroch moves at least 20, it hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, takes an extra damage, and then DC 15 to be knocked prone. So bum 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 bum. Gore attack. He hits. Heavy damage and an extra 9 damage to Griffin 4. 50 damage for him, and he's got to succeed on it. Strength saving throw, DC 15, and he makes it, and he staggers, but he spreads his wings wide to balance himself, and he barely stays up. But he's not looking too hot. Griffin 1 is going to fly over to Xanros. He's gonna multi-attack. Why does he? Oh, he has disadvantage, but it's still a hit
Wow.
because he rolled 2 17s. Beak, heavy damage, 2 attacks with the claws, a miss, and a miss. Griffin 2 is going to dash over to the Auroch, and he's going to attack it next turn. Giant constrictor snake
Is paralyzed.
is paralyzed. You're right.
For 1 round, so he's not paralyzed next time if he's still
Yep.
alive.
Yep. So I'll remove the effect from him next turn. Caius Titulus is still doing his thing. Auroch's 2
Incredibly
is
helpful that Caius Titulus.
totally. He's just gonna gore him because.
I thought you were gonna let me control him.
Sorry. Do you want to? What do you want him to do?
Gore him.
I was just trying to move things along so your
Gore.
characters could do cool things. Because I'm controlling like 8 people.
You didn't have him targeted, but he got a 21 to hit.
Are you good then, Ryan?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll make sure to ask next time, I promise.
You
Some
didn't
damage!
have him targeted. You didn't take that damage.
Damn it. It highlighted Griffin too. I could have sworn.
Nah, you mean you can look at the output.
Like when I control clicked. Oh well. I'll give him the damage.
Sure you will. With the way you're rolling tonight,
Yeah.
all kinds of shenanigans going on.
Actually, he takes down Griffin for him. 1 down. Silas, you're up.
But he was attacking Griffin too.
Oh, shenanigans. Shit. Sorry, guys. You're right. 12 damage. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Silas, you're up.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to complicate your life even further and blow the horn a second time.
That doesn't work.
Why not? It doesn't say it in the
I don't know.
description.
Well, now it does. Sorry. It's. I don't want to have too many things on the field.
Womp womp womp.
Sorry. Well, maybe it will at some point.
I switched to my crossbow.
Griffin 1's right in front of me, right? Or did it take back up?
Griffin 1. No, he attacked you and had disadvantage, and he's still in front of you because he had to move over to you. So you can bop him on the head if you want.
I'm gonna take my chances. You're right.
It's a hit.
Whoa, why did it do 2?
What? Oh,
I don't know why it did 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's try damage. At least you know what'll only damage Griffin 1, which is the one you wanted to hit.
I am gonna be doing what is it? A high point.
Flurry of blows.
You got
Do
it.
what you want to do.
Flurry of blows. Bam. There's 1. There's the damage. There's 2. There's the damage. And he's dead. Never mind. On that note, I'm going to move here. And end my turn.
Alright. Hogork?
Alright, so my fear effect should be gone, so if you would take that off, that'd be great, because it's only supposed to be 1 round.
Okay. Take it off. That'd be great.
Hogork is going to do some work.
The Griffin crits against you!
Nah.
Whoops. Sorry. That's good though, right? You're stable. Griffin 2 is.
Alright, and then bonus action, he's going to
Oh.
turn around and attack Griffin 3.
Very nice. He is doing work.
At this point, he's frothing at the mouth. I'm not afraid
Right.
of you anymore.
Griffin 3 still isn't particularly afraid of you, and he's gonna attack more. He's gonna hit.
Have at it.
He's gonna claw. He's gonna hit. He's gonna claw.
Keep him coming.
I can't believe I didn't get any crits this time.
Yeah, I can.
Fair amount of damage.
Die next round.
Deleted. Aurochs. What should the Aurochs do?
Charge.
Oh, I'm gonna have Auroch 1 charge at Griffin 3.
Alright. And he lowers his head and gores the Griffin as hard as he can. And he hits. Does 21 damage to Griffin 3. So plus 9 is... And then we need a dex saving throw. Or strength saving throw. DC 15. And he is knocked prone. Griffin is also dead. Griffin 2. You're gonna remove the stable effect from him. He's gonna attack the Auroch. One with his beak. 2 with his claws. 1 miss. 2 misses. Fuck.
The Auroch is just a distraction.
Right?
Okay, so he's not paralyzed anymore, and
He
he's
gets
gonna
up
get-
too. Yeah.
gets up. Does he have enough movement speed to get within striking distance of Griffin 2?
Yes.
Okay, I wanna does he do some sort of grapple? I want him to try to grapple him.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, he can constrict.
Yeah, constrict.
Alright. Oh wait, he's not targeting anybody. He targets Griffin 2. And constricts. Oh, and crits! Look at that, sometimes it works out for you. And the giant constrictor thing doubles up too. Isn't that great? All this damage to it, grappled, restrained.
18 grapple.
Giant Stidulus is going to start wandering this way. Mumbling, not noticing the battle in front of him. Aurochs 2, what do we want him to do?
Just have him gore this guy he's next to, Griffin 2.
Okay.
Got that. So he'll have advantage too, right?
He will actually, yes.
Him and the snake are double teaming him.
We'll hit. And then, oh, and he kills Griffin 2. Griffin 2 is down. Silas, you're up one more time.
I'm gonna run up here to where I dropped my sword and pick it up.
Alright.
And that was 4 squares. I got just enough space to move here. Can I use my bonus action to like hide behind this rock?
Yes. via stealth. Cool. You're hidden quite well. Jean Rose,
Alright.
if you attack, make sure to give yourself advantage.
You got it. I am going to attack Griffin 3. My staff of healing. Bam.
Nice.
And I'm just going to use a regular unarmed attack. Oh, sorry. Should have had advantage. Should I? Yeah, I should.
Yeah, that's right.
Boom, he's dead.
Why don't you describe that as your fist comes cracking down?
So as my fist comes cracking down, the final blow just comes around, and the creature's already weakened. It just cracks one of the wings and just breaks it. And you see it just snap, and the creature just passes out and dies.
Nice. All right. Well, that finishes that up.
I would
Handle
like.
those angry Griffith.
Before we go any further ahead, I just want to grab my dagger of venom from Griffin 1,
Totally.
from his dead body.
Great way to start things off. So, the rest of the day, for what light is still left in the day, passes relatively smoothly. Caius is still taking his measurements and things like that, but says there are a few things that still need to be done in the morning before you start heading back. So it will be best to set up camp and spend the night here. And I was also hoping to take maybe a short break, maybe 10 minutes or something like that.
Sure thing. So,
There's not too much more left in this, but a little bit.
all right, folks, we're going to step away for a short break. Please feel free to stick around. We should be right back.
Hey guys, just a heads up.
And thanks for the follow, What Internet. Thank you for the follow. All right, and we are back. Thank you all for sticking around. We really appreciate it. We are live, so we'll take it right back into the action. Greg, go ahead.
All right. Well, after we cleared away the griffins who were trying to eat the body of the sea elf on the beach there, our heroes decided to set up camp because there was still some more surveying to do the following day. Who's going to take first watch here? Who's going to take second watch?
Hogork will take first watch.
Okay.
I'm uninjured, so I don't need to take any sleep per se.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want to pick part of the watch too, then. You're probably later at night, so nothing. Hogork's watch passes relatively without incident. Silas, why don't you give me a perception check? Alright, well, it's at the distance of your hearing, but you hear some splashing noises like somebody is wading through the water. And you look around and everybody is still, in the general area. Even Kaya Stridulus snoring loudly. Somehow snoring in a British accent.
I would like to try to sneak a little closer to the water to see if I can see who it is.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Oh. You are indeed stealthy, but as you get closer to the water, you hear, instead of the small splashes, you hear one larger splash, and then nothing. As you approach, you also see that the dead body is gone. And go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Not so good at that.
I'll try it. Well, you can still see the footprints in the sand. You can't tell whether they're coming or going, but they don't look like any of your footprints. And they're like perfectly symmetrical, strangely enough, which is one of the reasons why you can't tell if they're coming or going. But you can also see some drag marks from the dead body of the sea elf going closer into the water. But it looks like they are both gone, and you listen hard, but you don't hear any other sounds of anybody else coming ashore.
If I don't see any signs of it coming ashore, I'm inclined to let my companions sleep. However, I will notch an arrow into my short bow and prepare to shoot if I see anything.
Alright. Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. Okay. The rest of your watch passes without incident. And, yeah. Early in the morning, Caius declares that he needs to take another piss. He gets up earlier than Hogork and Xanros, and he wanders off to the water. And after a couple of minutes, you hear his voice slightly raised, as if he's talking to somebody. And hang on one second. As you go around over there, you see some more of the similar looking creatures to the one that you saw before. And you can see that Caius is waving his arms around haughtily and brandishing some important looking papers at the sea elves. You can't hear what he's saying, but he doesn't look like he's very happy. The sea elves, for their part, are trying to talk to him. They are armed with spears, but they don't appear to be like using them or anything like that. They're just sort of trying to get a word in edgewise as Caius Titulus continues to rant at them, whatever he's saying.
I'd like to try to get a little closer to see if I can hear what they're talking about, but as I approach, I walk by Hogork and I shake his shoulder.
What?
Possible trouble. Rouse Xanros.
I love trouble in the morning.
So I'm gonna get about there. Just kind of, I'm gonna look like I'm poking around in the stones here, but
Sure.
I'm really trying to listen in.
Did we finish a long rest or no?
I was about to give those to you. I have your things open for that. Yeah. Long rest. Long rest. Long rest. There we go.
Fantastic.
Indeed. So, roll me a perception check, Silas. Are you gonna try to stealth over there?
Yeah.
You mean that as well?
Oh man, who's rolling
You're
crits now?
you burrow into the sand. And like with little wriggles, you like go closer, and it's just impossible to see you. Do make me a perception check, though. Well, you're close enough that you can hear. I mean, his voice is carrying a little bit, and you're like within 15 feet. You can, hear him saying, on official orders of the Emperor, and I would suggest that you strange creatures stand aside, for we wish to survey this area for future settlement of His Majesty. And the elves sort of speak in a manner that's sort of similar to the ocean, in breathy tones, saying, "We have no hate for your empire. We only wish that you not build in this specific area." It seems to be sort of going back and forth, but the general idea is that Kaya seems to think that he has the total right to do sort of whatever he wants, and his authority is the papers. And it's sort of strange that these, whatever creatures they are, these orcs or whatever he sees them as, don't recognize this authority.
I think we should make our way over there.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I would like to make my way over there to begin with.
So Hogork, being the, consummate gentleman he is, he's literally going to run over there because Silas woke him up and said there's trouble, right? So he's gonna full stream come over and ask what's going on. What is this?
Lord.
What?
I said
What do you
possible
want?
trouble.
Who are you saying that to? Oh, okay, you're moving a little closer there now.
Yeah, so he's gonna get as close as he can reasonably and ask what's going on. What is this? What is the problem here?
Caius Titulus says, "These strange orcs, for some reason, are infringing upon the authority of the Emperor to build on this particular area."
They are like no orcs I have ever seen. These are no orcs.
And Caius sort of looks at them a little bit, sort of adjusts his glasses, and says, "Regardless, they are not citizens of the Empire, and so that they have no jurisdiction over this area." The Sea Elves say, "We know not what you mean by jurisdiction, but we do know that our coral city is quite close to here, and if you were to build, it would not be good for our livelihoods. We beg of you to reconsider."
I turn to Caius and I say, surely you would like to take into consideration the impact you would have on local populations.
Guy sort of rolls his eyes and he says, "The Empire must continue to expand, whether it be here or somewhere else." The Sea Elves say, "We may know of a place less than a mile further south. We know the way. But first, if you would be willing to assist us, we would be willing to assist you."
We're in the assistance business.
They're directing it to more you and Silas and the more heavily armed people, rather than Caius, since you seem to be more amenable to what they're saying.
Oh, I
Says
think
there are
Hogwarts
voices
has the right idea.
who have been trapping us, trapping men and sea men alike. A group of both men and I had this written down, and Sahuin joining forces to capture slaves and sell them on the markets. We wish your help to rid ourselves of these, and then we will show you a spot where you may build your settlement unharmed, or without restrictions or issues with us.
Gaius, I strongly urge you to accept this compromise.
He says, "Well, I'm not going to be the one risking my neck for it, but if you have a plan, I'm all ears." And he puts a finger into his ear and just takes out a gigantic piece of earwax and flicks it away.
The plan is to send Hogwarts in.
Yeah, right? The Sea Elves say the slavers will not attack a group of heavily armed people as yourself. They ambush people who are on their own, or the sick or the wounded. And he says, "This is what happened to our comrade that I'm sure you saw yesterday. So it would be best to prepare some sort of ambush. There's lots of... There are many places that would provide cover, and it would be easy to set something up. Our warriors, of course, would be happy to assist, and you would be greatly rewarded for your help."
Ambush the ambushers. A solid plan.
It's the triple-double mega cross.
We could use Caius here as bait.
Not fun. I thought you were my friend. You were the one who apologized for Hogwarts' reckless behavior.
Oh, Caius, I'm just having a laugh.
I thought you were, and he's crying now, I thought you were interested in architecture and surveying.
Silas, look what you did.
Oh,
Where's my...
there, Caius. Not the bag over.
He wipes his eyes and he says, "It's possible for this battle. I may need to swallow my pride." And he turns to Hogork and he says, "Sir, may I have the honor of..." And it looks like he's really making an effort. "The honor of hiding in your pack. For the time being, you understand."
It would be a pleasure.
And he smiles and clambers in, and he weighs like 20 pounds. It's nothing. So, we'll just delete his token. Do you want him maybe to poke his head out? You know, making comments as you go along. There we go. That looks good. Look at that.
He's got your back.
He'll be
That's
equally beneficial in combat in the pack as he was in the last combat.
He takes out a little knife and makes leg holes for himself, so it looks like he's sitting in a high chair.
A papoose.
Wait, does this mean Hogwarts can never have get an advantage attack against him right now?
Not necessarily. The mechanics are the same, but it does mean if he wants it, he can have a little gnome companion
Yeah, it's a gnome Bjorn.
for the rest of all time. Yeah. Anyway, so you guys can make plans if you want. I mean, if you guys want to take cover or whatever and prepare for this kind of thing, it's
Is it this map?
Let me delete these tokens. Yes, it's going to be on this same map.
Do we know which way they're coming from?
The humans will probably come from the north, but there are also amphibious creatures that will come from the sea somewhere, but you're not sure exactly where, part by land and part by sea, most likely.
Is this area here like a passable area where you can go between? It looks like there's some room there.
Yes. You can go under the trees, and then that's a pathway underneath the rocks, and a sort of gentle slope down to the beach area.
I'm gonna hide in like this bush right here.
Okay. Whoops.
Damn, son!
Jews, that is 3 times. This is quite a memorable day. We're gonna make a use for that in this whole thing. So here's the question: what are you guys going to do as bait? I mean, they are slavers, and they're going to want to capture somebody.
I can be bait.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea because you're unarmored, and all you have is a little stick.
As part of my preparation, I'm gonna go ahead and envenom my blade, or my dagger of venom.
Sounds good.
I'm going to roll a performance. Boom! I'm pretending I'm sick.
Love it. So, do you want to do anything? Do you want to like tear your clothes a little bit, or are you like maybe acting dehydrated or something like that? How do you want to play this?
Yeah, like I'm pretending I'm sick at the time. Like I'm just like malnourished. I don't think I should need to tear my clothes per se, because I'm just in regular clothing. Like I don't have anything of super fancy on.
Right. That makes sense.
But like I'm gonna use my staff right now to like kind of walk with, as like I'm assisting myself, so they don't know it's a weapon.
Oh, that's great. So like you're older or whatever.
Yeah, like I'm literally malnourished. I'm having to force myself to go through it.
I get it. Okay.
So they think I'm weak to attack.
Right. Great idea. Now, the Sea Elves can provide 3 of their own warriors to help for the battle. The 3 that you were looking at earlier. Where would you like them to attack from? Where would you like them positioned?
Have them start in the water. Have them come from the water. So we have a north, south, kind of flanking.
West to the east. Or maybe, 1 in west and 2 in the east or something.
So I can't really make that call, just a heads up. I still have issues with the map.
Oh, damn.
So, I don't know.
This is your fault.
I would think kind of like right here.
Okay.
Or
all 3 of them?
in that general area, maybe? What do you
All
guys
3 of
think?
them?
Because they can cover
Well,
Xanros from there pretty well.
where would we think,
I think
that
that-
they're coming from?
So again, the humans are probably going to come from the land to the north, and the Sahagins are going to come from the water, probably.
So, okay.
So that means, from my understanding, the humans are going to come possibly from the passageway that you guys are actually blocking right now, or to the far left, where they can come around the boulder right through the soft spot of the water.
Sure,
So-
something like that. Sorry, I was positioning the Sea Elves that are going to help you out.
I mean, we'd probably make it a point not to stand right in the path where they're gonna come. Like, we're totally hiding.
Yeah.
100%.
Did we want one of them like over here in case they come from this way?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking they
One of the warriors over there.
Yeah, near,
Okay.
just offshore, deep enough to where they're, they can hide. But yet, as soon as, the ruckus breaks out, join the fight.
Can this
Cool.
be the bush that I'm hiding in?
Yes. And you don't even have to re-roll stealth. Hogork, are you gonna actually hide?
I mean, I guess.
You have
I
a
mean,
pretty good dex.
Yeah, as best as he can hide.
Yeah. Maybe I have an idea. Caius Titulus, who is developing a fondness for your bag already, is going to suggest some nearby mud, and he's going to use that to help you glue leaves to your face and things like that. He's going to help you out, so give yourself advantage on your stealth throw.
Okay.
He admits to you that this is like the most excitement that he's ever had, and he's totally into the adventuring thing now. And he's asking you, like, what do you think he would be good at?
I'm good at killing.
No, what do you
Especially-
think he would be good at?
Oh, you look like you would be good at dying.
Well, that's rather rude.
I whisper back to Hogwarts, be nice!
But you are quite stealthy. Even there's enough room in the bushes that even your orc body, when you crouch over, it can cover you up. So, I think everybody's pretty much prepared, right?
Yeah!
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so let me just reveal the Sea Elf Warriors to you, and make it friendly as well. Sea Elf Warrior, Sea Elf Warrior, Sea Elf Warrior, and oh, that makes them appear anyway. So that's where they are, which sounds pretty good. And they'll move forward like on your signal, just like let me know when you want them to charge. So they are, but they're underwater at this point, like so you can't see them under the waves. So little time passes, and eventually you hear some splashing coming from the east as two Sahugans slowly come out of the water and discuss things amongst themselves as they move closer and closer to Xanros. They're they're moving relatively quietly, but you can still see them as they come out of the water because you're expecting them. So they're moving forward. Are you going to do anything as they approach Xanros?
Yes, I will. I'm going to walk towards them. I'm going to move forward just a little bit.
Still doing your performance.
Yeah, just kind of still doing my performance and help me, please. Do you have any fresh water? I was just speaking in common, of course, hoping they can understand me, and just seeing if they can comprehend this.
They don't appear to comprehend too much, but they say, "Yeah, we help." And Sangwon sort of starts moving around you, and Sahuagin 3 is moving directly towards you. So one's going to continue moving this way, and looks like he's going to move around you, and they have number 3 starts bringing out a net, kind of like trying to hide it from view.
Can I use my insight on that to preemptively prepare for the net? To see if I can, manage to swat it away when they throw it?
No, but if you want, you can always use a key point to dodge, and then that would give disadvantage on the throw. But it would require a key point.
Okay.
So he's gonna continue moving this way.
Okay,
Sagwin
so,
is gonna go here.
when are we...
Okay, so free.
When are we going into initiative, or when can I make a move?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, everybody roll initiative, and And actually, for these guys, let me roll a couple of. You know what? No. So Hogork and Silas, or never mind. There will be a surprise round where you and Hogork get a free thing,
Okay,
or
sweet.
where they will be surprised, and so they won't be able to move for the first round. So, yeah, if you've rolled initiative, yeah, everybody's rolled initiative. So, you can have an action ready, and then start things off whenever you want. So he's moving around. Looks like he's going to try to flank Xanros. He's sort of facing him and kind of carefully moving around.
Well, I'm jumping down while he's
Oh,
there.
okay.
So that I'm flanking him with Xanros.
Cool.
And I use my bonus action to chuck my poison dagger at that guy. Wait, do I get a full turn? How is this working?
Well, it is in your offhand. I suppose you can throw it. There's no problem with that. What was that? I'm sorry.
Am I getting a full turn or just a prepared action? What's the deal?
You get a full turn. So this in this you'll act first. Wait. So if we want to start now, it would start at step 1. Initiative would start at the beginning, which the CF Warriors rolled pretty high. So if you wanted them to come, they would. But because 1 and 3 are surprised, when their turn comes, they won't be able to do anything. So you'll get a turn on your initiative, and then the next round, when things start, it'll just be regular. So do we want to start the battle now? Do you want to attack? Yeah. Okay. So do we want the Sea Elves to run in immediately?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No?
I think we keep them hidden. They're our ace in the hole.
Okay.
There's going to be more than just these two guys.
So they'll skip. Number 3 is going
right past me.
Yeah. Oh, I did? I'm so sorry. I was going to skip him because he was surprised. Go ahead, Silas.
Okay. Offhand, I throw at Shaolin 3.
Give yourself advantage because you're hidden. Very nice hit.
And it's a DC 15 con save for the poison.
And the Sauron roars and raises his trident up as high as he can and bellows a signal. Nothing happens like right now because he just said something.
And then on my my backswing, I target this guy with my rapier.
Nice.
Did he make the con save for the poison damage?
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot. Which one was going to be poison damage? 3?
Number 2.
Number 2.
No, number 3. I'm sorry.
You got number 3.
No, it's number 1. It's number 1.
You got
it's number 3.
He was number 1. All right, saving throw DC 15, so he fails. So he's poisoned.
He's poisoned.
I
and
will
he
give
takes
him poison.
2d10 damage.
Nice.
On top
14.
of what he already had.
Okay.
That's good damage.
So that is 23. Oh shit! He's dead.
It's the wrong.
Oh, so does he not let out a bellow?
No, he doesn't.
I thought you were attacking the guy right in front of you. Were you not?
We're still resolving the dagger throw.
Yeah. So your first thing, like he just and falls to the ground, and it doesn't even look like his friend notices.
Okay, And I already hit this guy with my sword, so here's the damage, and I did do my sneak attack, so here we go.
Oh, he gets hit hard. You gonna move
Okay.
anymore?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Number 1 is going to
Pass.
give it. Well, no. He has his own bellow.
Yeah,
so
'cause-
he's gonna give the signal out.
Oh.
And he's going to attack you. And he's going to use his multi-attack. One with its bite and one with its, I would say, claws. Bite!
Wait, I thought this was the surprise round for Silas and...
Oh shit, you're right.
Scott.
He's okay. Yeah, my mistake. He is surprised. You are completely right. Xanros, you are up. Good call.
You know, honestly,
Although just because he's surprised doesn't mean he can't yell.
yeah, I get that. Let's see.
He'll hurt.
So after Silas distracts him, I swing my staff at him. Bam!
He's dead.
And that ends my turn.
Nice.
So, Hogorg and Caius are going to stay hidden, waiting for the response. We're not going to come out yet.
Same for CL Warrior 1, right? Because
Right.
they are ace in the hole.
See if Warrior still gonna leave him be?
Yeah, leave those guys. That's once we're engaged, then we give them the signal and they come and flank and help clean up.
Right. Hogork? Are you gonna stay hidden too?
Yeah.
Alright.
Totally stay hidden. Waiting for whatever comes now that the signal was given.
Right. So now that that's done, all of them, you see all of them start rising out and start rushing towards you. CF Warrior 2 still gonna leave him alone, I guess. And then Veteran 3. All right. So from the bushes you hear the rustling and a guy in splint mail holding a long sword starts rushing at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's going to target Silas. It's going to use its heavy crossbow. He's going to use his heavy crossbow. Wow. An 18 doesn't hit. That's crazy.
I got
He's got
19 now.
multi-attack. Yeah. Well, that hits. I'll tell you that much. And the crossbow sticks into your leg and does a some damage.
Whopping 4 damage.
Whopping 4 damage. Silas, you're up. Achoo! Indeed.
Okay.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you.
One,
But Brian, our resident
2.
DJ, everybody. Give him a round of applause.
So I move 2 spaces up and get in the veteran's face. I'm like, oh yeah? And I slash at him with my +1 rapier.
He says in a slightly quivering voice, yeah, ow!
And, because it's just me and him, I get my sneak attack damage.
You
Take
do.
that!
Slash,
and then
slash.
a backslash with my offhanded weapon. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, and he is not looking good. His splint mail is tattered, and he's bleeding from multiple places as he keels over and tries to use his arm to stem some of the bleeding as you dance away.
Yeah, I jumped several feet back next to Xanros.
I move up and attack the veteran 3. Unarmed attack. And I'm actually gonna stay there. End my turn.
Alright. So splashing out of the water. Comes a Sahwagin with a fairly large staff in her hand. She's going to move 30 feet, and she's going to target 3 people. And will use Bless. I don't see an effect for it.
Yeah, if you don't have the effects module, it wouldn't show up for you.
Oh well. Oh gosh. Okay, instead of that. Just do
Shout
something
out
else.
to Rob Tui for his effects module. It's times like this where you learn the true appreciation for having all the effects go.
Exactly. Oh shoot, I can. No, I do see how to do it. There is an effect for it, so going to target those and use Bless. And with no, that's all she can do. Veteran 1 feeling very strong. 10, 15, 20, 25,
Shogun 2's
30.
turn.
Veteran, huh?
I said it's
Oh,
Shogun
Shogun 2, shoot. My mistake. Shogun 2 is gonna rush up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's 40 feet away from Xanros. And so he's going to... Let me check. 2060, so that would be too far away. So he is going to use his action to dodge, actually. And that's going to be his turn. Veteran 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to target Xanros and use a multi-attack with his longsword.
Oh no.
In addition, he's going to hold it with 2 hands to try to get more damage out of it. So he's going to attack, and he's going to fumble and cut loose part of my armor and get a -4 to armor class. So that's just freaking fantastic. So that puts his armor class at 13. Permanently. But he's going to try to attack again anyway. And he's going to miss again. So not a very good showing by Veteran 2, as the person he thought was going to be an easy mark is dancing out of his way. Like, he's not actually a sick old man. It's quite amazing. Veteran 1 is going to move up a little bit. Targets Danros and use that heavy crossbow. And he is blessed, so that is a hit.
Ouch.
And that is a little bit of damage to Danros the monk. Caius Titulus is yelling out tactics from Hogort's bag. He has I guess he has a club. He's got his sort of like little walking stick, and it's the size of a club since he's a gnome. So sometimes he whacks people over the head with it, like if they say he's not smart or something like that, or if they somehow insult him, which is almost everybody. CF Warrior 1, are we gonna roll the dice on this, or?
We should call him in.
I agree. We can call him in.
Alright. They can cover more ground if they use a dash action.
I agree with that.
So the two on the left should,
5,
should
10,
go after
15,
the veterans,
20.
and then the one on the right should go after that
25, 30.
Shog. Should go after that Shogun priestess.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
sounds good. That's CF Warrior 1 done. Hogork?
Alright, so Hogork is going to... first thing he's going to do is he's going to bonus action Rage. So now that he's all raged up, he's gonna move up. He's actually gonna move. Can I get like over here? I want to shield the guy, Caius, from them by using the rocks. But basically, what I want to do is I want to go like this.
Sure, and be like Kurd in such a way that he's facing away from...
Exactly. So he's like protected by the rocks, and so there's really no good way to get at me from the north.
Right. He says, turn me around, I want to see the action. How will I learn if I'm not to observe? Oh, that sounded like a righteous hit.
So this is my bonus action. No, I already used my bonus action, so that's just my second attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what he's gonna do. And then he's gonna pass this turn.
You mentioned the CF warrior going and engaging the priestess. So that's what she's going to do. She's got her spear. And she's gonna miss. CF warrior 3 is gonna dash up to, let's say it gets around there in interest of time. We can delete veteran 3. Silas, it's your turn again.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to dash over here into a flanking position on the Sogan princess.
Oh my.
And then I'm gonna stab her in the face. Oh, that should be advantage. Sorry.
It should be.
And because she's distracted by that guy pecking her on the butt.
She totally is.
And
She
then I'll
succeeded in her
use...
concentration throw, though.
Oh, snap. So then I'll use my movement speed to back off some.
Alright. Well, you're not going to attack with your offhand?
No, I used my bonus action to dash over there.
Oh. Nice. Jean Ross?
Going to wield back my Staff of Healing at Veteran 2 and swing it. Get a hit. Use my unarmed attack. And miss. And then I shall move right here.
That's right.
The princess, excuse me, the priestess is going to attack CF Warrior 2 with a multi-attack. Bite, wow. What's with all those?
Christmas, what's happening?
I don't know.
She attacked her veteran.
Oh shit, you're right. I must have been.
Oh, it was from when
That's
you
okay,
did
just 3,
bless.
yeah.
That's why you had 3 people
Yeah.
targeted.
Yeah. And you still had everybody from the blast targeted.
Yeah, totally. But Steel Warrior 2 took some damage, and that's the main thing. And then... See, did I already... Let me see, bite, bite, bite. Okay, so we want is claws next. 2 with the claws. A hit. Damage. Miss. And with a bonus action, she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon in the form of a spear. And she's going to target Xanros with it. I'm sorry, Silas. Excuse me. And she's going to miss.
I laugh
there's
it
a
off.
spectral, There's a spectral weapon next to your head, Silas. And that's what it looks like. Jaguin 2. Where is he? There he is. He's at you. Target. He's gonna attack you, Silas. And he's going to multi-attack. He tries to bite you and misses. Tries to use his claws. And he hits with the extra blessing from his mother or whatever she is. But he misses with the other claw attack. Veteran 2 is already attacking Xanros and is going to continue doing that. There's a hit, and he's using 2 hands, so 1d10. Another swing, another hit, and another 1d10 plus 3. Look at those damage rolls! Oh, Xanros is hurting! Veteran 1! Veteran 1 is going to come over here. And he's going to flank Hogor.
I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, whatever, man. He's going to multi-attack. And he's going to... How does he miss? Gets that and bless. Shut up. That's a hit. He's gonna do some damage. Yeah, he's very proud of himself. Guys, Totalis is cheering you on.
That's not damage.
CF Warrior 1.
I'll show
What
you.
do we want CF Warrior 1 to do? I'm sorry?
Nothing. Hogwarts says that's not damage. I'll show you damage.
Not your turn yet, says the veteran. You can't hit me until it's your turn. What does the CF Warrior want to do?
I think they should go help out Silas and their CL warrior party.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they can throw the spear at him. So, ranged attack. And it sails right past him.
A miserable thing.
We're not that great on land. That's my excuse. Oh, Gork? Want to show him what true pain looks like?
Yes, I do.
Everybody, this is what happens when you have a pure barbarian. Let this be a lesson to you. Do not make a barbarian angry. CF Warrior is going to continue attacking the priestess. Gonna miss again though. Warrior 3. Also help out Silas or somewhere else?
I would say yeah. Ryan, you got an opinion, perspective?
I would love the additional hands.
There you go.
Can this one actually hit the broadside of a barn though?
No, but I have no follow up. That was just no. But she does hit. Range of 26 plus 1. That it scratches him. She's very proud of herself. You're up though. Show him how it's done. Although I'm not sure you would get sneak attack because there's another character within 5 feet of you. You're not quite all on your lonesome. But if you move to the other side, maybe you could.
Can I do an acrobatic style move and take an opportunity attack from the spirit weapon to get here?
Yes.
If I roll my check?
Well, the spiritual weapon does not have a reaction, and it can't make an opportunity attack. I don't think.
You're right.
So you can just move past it.
It also can impose disadvantage to flanking.
Oh, okay, awesome. So I'm gonna move behind this guy. I'm going to.
Do you do any
attack
cool
him.
flips along the way?
No, I kind of just walk through the spiritual weapon and wave my hand through it like it's smoke. And then
Well-
it reforms behind me. Like, get out of my way.
Well,
Okay,
it is like your hand does clank against it. It is force.
Okay,
But
you
anyway,
know now? Yeah,
ahead.
so I hit this guy with my offhanded weapon,
nice.
and then I move over here to the priestess with the rest of my move
Ooh.
action, and use my main hand.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oosh.
Oh, go ahead and describe that snake attack. Look at that. Look at those damage rolls.
Okay. Okay, so I do my little pirouette around that guy, slash him across the back as I'm running past, and then run straight up to the priestess who's facing the other guy, and I decapitate her with my sword.
But that damage was on the Shogun too.
Oh crap.
So you'd have to take it off Shogun
Fix-
2 and apply it to the priest.
Fix it.
Oh shit. Yeah, hang on. Let me check this. 7-2. So we can just delete that off of him. The priestess 22. Is she still dead? Took care of her.
So my
So your description stands. And the Sea of Warrior 2 looks at you with pure love in her eyes. Xanros?
I blush.
Alright, Xandros, you're up.
Sorry, I'm gonna use my staff of healing on myself to use cure wounds and use an extra Kai point to boost it. So I get an extra, what is it? Is it
An extra
D8?
dice, yeah.
What's the matter? Is the monk dying?
So
Water is wet. More than 11.
Ooh, crit!
So there's one. And then I need to roll an extra D8, 1 second.
Oh, crit fail.
So 1 plus 3, so 4. And on that note, I'm not gonna do, well, I guess I can attack unarmed, because for my bonus action, or bonus attack, right?
Yeah, gotta knock him over.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I just need enough to kill him. Nope. Alright, now I'll pass my turn.
Oh, Bless should be gone, you're right.
And the spiritual weapon.
And the spiritual weapon, yes.
Even though technically shouldn't be able to cast both of those at the same time, right? Because spiritual weapons concentration as well, right?
No, spiritual weapon's not concentration.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
You asked me that back in the day when I had Hiram Lar. And it was always like, no, sir!
Yeah, I'm
No,
not. I mean,
sir!
I am playing a cleric in the Play Forth stream, Ethereum, which is typically Wednesday nights, but we're currently on a break, and you guys can catch me on that one. I'll tweet it out.
Well, apparently we can't because you're on a break.
Well, if you follow my Twitch or my Twitter, which is twitter.com/roleplaynetwork1, I'll post it in the chat. You can get updates on that other game as well.
Look at CF Warrior 1. Oh, wait. Look at... Wait. No. No, it's Sanguine 2. Okay. Targeting CF Warrior 1. Let's just say it's gonna damage. There we go. And... Claws... Whoops. Sorry about that, Bless. Gonna remove it. One more attack with the claws. And another miss. Veteran number 2 has advantage on Hogork. So he's going to take advantage of that. And attack with his longsword with 2 hands. And attack again with his longsword. And he's gonna crit! Look at all these crits, you guys! 14 damage! Well, 7 damage, but he's still happy. Veteran 1's going to do
his happiness
something
is
similar.
about to end in a second.
Yeah, you can be happy for now.
So, yeah, he's gonna enjoy it while it lasts. I don't see the problem with that, you guys. I really don't. Because he's gonna continue to hit. And continue to hit. More damage to Hogork. Caius Tidless.
Keep it coming.
His turn. CF Warrior 1 is targeting Sanguine 2, that's good. And will attack with the spear. And actually, because we have pack tactics, at least one of the creature's allies within 5 feet of the creature, we should roll again on this and see if it hits. And that one hits, and a little bit of piercing damage as she drives the
crit
spear right in there. Yeah, crit on the damage roll indeed. It is Hogork's turn.
All right. He's gonna turn and make a bonus action attack against everybody.
Veteran 1's not looking very happy right now.
You wanted to see damage? Now you've seen damage.
CF Warrior 2 is going to scream and rush 15, 20, 25, 30 and gets advantage on her roll against Mr. Shimana. And a hit and a little bit more damage. Warrior 3, same thing. They basically have him surrounded and are just like fucking wailing on him. Because, who knows how many of their friends that they've killed or captured or whatever. Silas, you're up.
I follow my new fishy love and come to her aid again.
You can get advantage on that.
And he's definitely distracted, I would say.
Bonus action to use an item. Spritz on some of the... Oh.
No, I just, while he's getting talked to death by these guys, I kind of run up from the side there, and I cut off his flipper.
Nice.
I should really make these more pokey, because it's piercing damage, not slashing.
Whoops. Yeah, that's true.
And I will take a moment to recover my dagger from the first fish guy that I shot it at.
All right.
All set.
Oh, shoot. I thought that was the end of the fight.
Not quite. Close though.
It's about to be.
Couple of fucking misses. Veteran
Oh,
one
no.
is going to say, "Look, I know what I'm beat," and he uses the disengage action, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. CF Warrior 1 looks at you and says, should we follow, sir?
Brian.
Should we pursue?
Is he going all the way off the map?
Looks like he is.
No, I mean,
He's
are
not
we going to
turning
get
They're
Are
not
we
gonna
going
catch
to
him.
have a round to chase him?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have until, well, no, actually. Well, yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to leave the map until his next turn, so you will have a chance to attack him if you wanted to do that, or you can just let him go. But
Okay,
he has every indication of running away.
I tell these guys to stay here.
All right. What about Hogork?
Hogork is going to charge at him and tackle him.
Nice. Go ahead and make me a strength check.
Athletics that I've invested
Yeah.
in some skills in.
Yeah. Oh, you do get advantage, don't you? And you grab him around the legs and he slams into the ground. Oof!
I'm gonna hold
Look,
him
man,
by the
I just
throat.
try to feed my kids.
I'm gonna hold him by the throat. You stay put. I've got questions for you. If you answer my questions, you may be able to
God.
leave.
You killed all the group. I don't know what questions you want from me. Answers you want from me.
So I'm just gonna drag him back to the group for interrogation.
Okay.
And he's gonna look at the CLs. I have him restrained. What do you want with him?
If he knows the location of any of our comrades, we should have him return. Tell them where they are, so we can return them to their homes. Other than that, we don't really care.
So, holding him kind of by the throat, he says, "You heard them. Where are their people?"
He says they've already sold most of them. There's still a couple in a nearby cave. And he sort of indicates off to the north, a little ways off the map, but not far at all. And yeah, I mean, we can talk about you going up there and freeing a couple of the. There are only a couple of the sea elves there. There are no human slaves there. It's clear that this has been sort of used as a temporary holding area until they can sell the slaves on the black market.
Hogork's gonna say to him, "You're out of the slaving business. If I even smell you again, you will die. Am I clear?"
Well, since you killed the rest of my friends, I'd say you're pretty right that I'm out of the slaving business.
I suggest you find a different line of work.
I've always had skill picking locks, and he runs away.
So, opportunity attack.
I'm just messing. Yeah, he wouldn't say something like that. He'd be like, oh yes, sir, yes, go straight and narrow, forever and ever. Well, roll me an intimidation check, actually. Just want to see if he pisses himself. Yeah, he pisses himself a little bit too, and rushes off.
Your fate will be decided by the elves. You get to choose what happens to this one.
A couple of the warriors brandish their spears, but the third raises his hand, and they lower the spears as the veteran disappears into the forest, running as fast as his legs can carry him.
Jumping over mountains.
Look, when you have adrenaline pumping, you're capable of amazing. But he's got proficiency in athletics. All right, you know what? There, DC 15, he can get over it.
All right.
So, in appreciation, the sea elves give you a fair amount of treasure here. I'm putting a few things into the party sheet. Also gonna give you guys out your experience, and that pretty much takes care of it. Right now it's just falling action. I believe Silas, you've leveled up, by the way. Congratulations. Silas Glimmergaunt, level 6. Now, since you were kind enough to not only save them from the slavers, but rescue a couple of the slaves of their friends and family that they thought lost forever, they want invite you at some point to visit them in their underwater city, Coral City. They give you some potions of water breathing that I will put in the inventory. 4 of them. One for Caius Tutulus, and you can give that to him or give it to Bob or something like that. Which will give you plenty of time to make it down there and swim all the way down there. And they say that their king might even have some other work for you if you would like it, and would certainly like to show his appreciation. In addition, they lead you about another half mile or so, 3/4 of a mile further south, to another location that seems to be even better for the site of a new settlement. It has better access for larger trade ships, and is in fact facing a rather sheer cliff, so it's quite easily defended on one side, and there still appear to be quite copious natural resources, and a very beautiful spot overall. And Caius Tutulus is absolutely ecstatic about that, and he's going to put in a very good word for you to the Viceroy when you make about a day's trip to return to Nivea. And what I'd like to do is get your input on any names, any setup and things like that, and maybe even our followers can put in there, put something in the comments, give us any suggestions that they might have. Because I would like to use this as an opportunity for the players to take a little more direct control over the expansion of the humanoid settlement over the continent of Agamar. There will certainly be struggles. There will certainly be threats to this settlement and to the settlement of Nivea. But our warriors have been able so far to step up to every task.
If I could interject for just a moment.
Sure.
And this is along the same veins of what you're talking about, but Before we leave the company of the Sea Elf Warriors, I want to kind of sweet talk Sea Elf Warrior 2 and see if I can get her name.
Sure. You want to roll me a persuasion check?
That +8.
Right?
She says, she takes your hand and says, "Ah, Mouse, your phone now. Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
I'll be sure to look you up when we head your way.
And as they go back into the water, you can see her kind of looking over her shoulder at you as they swim away.
She's on Flipper. It's a social network for CL.
She is. She likes long swims under the beach. I can do better than that joke. Come back to me. So yeah, you guys can take the rest of the treasure in there. There's also some platinum pieces and some gold pieces as a reward for your bravery. The XP has all been doled out. If you guys want to spend some time leveling up, that's totally fine. But beyond an uneventful trip back, that's pretty much the end of the adventure.
All right.
So I think we're going
How
to
did
go
you guys
ahead
enjoy?
and cut the stream at this point. So thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. And again, if you haven't had the chance to stop by and check us out on the Passage to Agamar Obsidian Portal page, please do. It's https://passage to agamar.obsidianportal.com. And if you sign up and you want to play, we can include you in a future session. So looking forward to that. We are actively recruiting for both players as well as GMs. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the forums on the portal site. But until next time, thank you. And this is Roleplay Network signing off.